Okay, Reddit. I need some perspective here because I'm genuinely confused about my girlfriend's logic. I'm Knox, 28 mem, marketing manager here in Denver. Been dating Sloan, 26F, for about 4 months now, and things were getting pretty serious. She works in social media coordination. We met through mutual friends at a rooftop bar in Reno, and honestly, everything felt really natural between us. We've been talking about moving in together, meeting each other's families, the whole 9 yards. Last Saturday, we're having movie night at my place, just chilling on the couch watching some Netflix series she picked out. Her phone keeps buzzing with notifications and the screen lights up each time. I'm not trying to be nosy, but when it's literally flashing in my peripheral vision every 30 seconds, it's hard not to notice. That's when I see the Tinder notification preview pop up. You have 3 new messages. My stomach does this weird flip thing. Like, we never explicitly had the delete your dating apps conversation, but I figured after 4 months, and all this talk about being serious, we were on the same page about exclusivity. I deleted mine back in month 2 without even thinking about it, so I wait until the movie ends and bring it up as casually as I can. Hey, I noticed you still have Tinder on your phone. Should we maybe talk about deleting our dating apps since we're getting more serious? Her response caught me completely off guard. She doesn't even pause to think about it, just looks at me like I asked something totally unreasonable and says, "Knox, we're not married. I can do whatever I want. I like having options and knowing I'm still desirable to other people. That doesn't mean I'm going to do anything, but I'm not ready to close off the entire world for a 4-month relationship." I'm sitting there processing this, and she continues, "Besides, it's not like I'm actually meeting up with these guys. It's just validation and chatting. If you trust me, this shouldn't be a problem." Now here's where I think I might be the asshole, but also where I think my response was completely logical. I looked at her and said, "You know what? You're absolutely right. We're not married, and you can do whatever you want. Thanks for clarifying where we stand." She seemed pleased that I understood, and we went back to cuddling. But here's the thing. If those are the rules of this relationship, then they apply to both of us, right? So Sunday morning, while she's still sleeping, I re-download Bumble, Hinge, and Tinder. I spend about 2 hours crafting what I think is a pretty solid profile. I work in marketing, so I know a thing or two about presenting a product effectively. Good photos from my recent hiking trips in the mountains, one from my company's charity event where I'm in a suit, a casual one with my dog, and a photo from when I ran the Denver Marathon last year. Bio mentions my job, some hobbies, that I'm looking for something genuine. By Sunday evening, I've got 50+ matches across the 3 apps. My phone is buzzing constantly. These aren't just casual swipes either. I'm getting actual thoughtful messages from women. A few lawyers, a couple teachers, a nurse, someone who works for the Broncos organization, even a woman who owns her own consulting firm. Quality conversations, not just, "Hey," and "What's up?" Sloan notices my phone going off during dinner and jokes, "Popular guy tonight." I just smile and say, "Yeah, you could say that." Here's where it gets interesting. Yesterday, Tuesday, she's scrolling through Bumble and apparently sees my profile. Suddenly, she's staring at her phone with this shocked expression. "Knox, what the hell is this? You're on dating apps?" I'm confused by her reaction. "Yeah, you said we're not married and we can do whatever we want. I thought that applied to both of us." "That's completely different. You're actively trying to cheat on me." "How is it different? You literally told me Sunday that having dating apps doesn't mean you're going to do anything. It's just validation and chatting. That's exactly what I'm doing." "It's different because you're actually good at it. Look at all these matches. These women are actually attractive and successful." This is where I realize we might have a fundamental problem. "So it's only okay when you do it, but not when I do it better?" She starts crying and saying I'm being cruel, and that I know this would hurt her feelings, that I'm deliberately trying to make her jealous, and that's emotional manipulation. I told her I'm literally following the exact rules she set for our relationship. If she wants to change the rules now, we can talk about that. But she can't be upset that I played by the boundaries she established. She's barely talked to me for 2 days now and keeps posting cryptic shit on Instagram about betrayal and learning people's true colors. Reddit, am I the asshole here? I genuinely thought I was being mature by accepting her boundaries and applying them equally to both of us. But now she's acting like I'm the bad guy for doing exactly what she said was okay. Should I have just accepted that she gets to have dating apps while I don't? Because that seems like a pretty unfair double standard to me. Edit. Holy shit. This blew up. Thanks for all the responses. Reading through comments now. Edit 2. A lot of people asking about the quality difference in our matches. Honestly, I think it comes down to effort and authenticity. I actually read profiles and send personalized messages. Also, I think there are just more quality single women than men on these apps in Denver's professional scene. Edit 3. Some people saying I should have communicated better before downloading apps. Fair point. But she was pretty clear that she wasn't willing to discuss changing her stance. She said, "We're not married. I can do what I want." That seemed like final boundary to me. Update 1. Holy shit, Reddit. I thought Sloane's reaction to my dating success was bad in my last post. But this week has shown me a side of her that's genuinely frightening. Since Sunday when I reactivated my profiles, I've been having great conversations with several women. Amanda, patent attorney; Jessica, ultramarathon runner; Maria, food truck owner. These are accomplished, interesting people who actually want to have real conversations. But apparently, Sloane has been busy doing some detective work. Monday night, she comes over for dinner like nothing happened. We're eating Thai food and she casually drops, "So how's Amanda doing? The lawyer?" I nearly choked on my pad thai. "I'm sorry, what?" Amanda Richardson, 29, works at Morrison & Associates downtown, lives in Cap Hill, went to CU Law. Sound familiar? I'm sitting there staring at her like she's lost her mind. Sloane, how the hell do you know that? I have my ways. Turns out, this psychopath had been doing Instagram searches using details from my dating app conversations. She somehow figured out Amanda's last name from background details in our messages, found her firm's website, then cross-referenced her social media. You've been stalking the women I'm talking to? I'm protecting myself. I wanted to know what kind of people you're choosing over me. But it gets so much worse. Tuesday evening, I get a message from Jessica, the runner, that made my blood run cold. "Hey Knox, this is weird, but I got a DM from someone claiming to be your girlfriend. She said you're in a committed relationship and that you've been lying to me about being single. She sent screenshots of what looked like your dating profile with different photos. Is this true?" I immediately called Jessica and explained the whole situation. Thankfully, she believed me, especially after I sent her screenshots of my original conversation with Sloane about keeping dating apps. But the fact that Sloane had actively reached out to sabotage my connections was next-level crazy. When I confronted Sloane about it, she didn't even deny it. I told her the truth, that you're taken and you're being dishonest. Sloane, I've been completely transparent with everyone about my relationship status when it comes up. You literally told me we could do whatever we want because we're not married. That was different. I meant casual chatting, not building actual connections with people. So you get to decide what my conversations are allowed to include? This is where she really showed her true colors. These women don't know you like I do. They're falling for some fake version of yourself. I'm saving them from wasting their time. Wednesday, it escalated even further. I got a notification that my Bumble account had been reported for harassment and was under review. Then my Hinge profile got temporarily suspended for violating community guidelines. I immediately knew it was her. Sloane, did you report my dating profiles? I don't know what you're talking about. My accounts are getting suspended for fake violations. This is insane behavior. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something. Thursday morning, I wake up to find that someone had logged into my Tinder account. She must have watched me enter my password at some point, and changed my bio to include some really weird, off-putting stuff about being in an open relationship and looking for casual hookups only. She had also liked every single profile in my stack, including people completely outside my age range and location preferences, basically trying to tank my algorithm and make me look desperate. When I confronted her, she finally admitted it. Fine. Yes, I've been trying to mess with your accounts. You want to play games? I can play games too. Sloane, this isn't games. This is psychotic behavior. You're sabotaging my personal property and harassing women I'm talking to. You're right, it's not games. It's my relationship that you're destroying for entertainment. Your relationship? You told me we could both do whatever we want. I didn't think you'd actually do it, and I definitely didn't think you'd be good at it. That's when it finally clicked for me. She never expected me to be successful at online dating. She thought she'd have all the options while I'd struggle and eventually beg her to be exclusive. When that didn't happen, she decided to actively sabotage me instead of examining her own behavior. I told her she needed to leave, and that I needed space to think about whether this relationship was salvageable. Knox, please don't throw us away over some stupid dating apps. I'll stop messing with your accounts, I promise. Sloan, you stalked women I was talking to and tried to sabotage my personal accounts. That's not about dating apps. That's about who you are as a person when you don't get your way. She left crying, but not before saying, "You'll regret choosing strangers over someone who actually loves you." Reddit, I'm honestly scared of what she might do next. This level of obsession and manipulation over dating apps that she insisted were fine is completely unhinged. Is it time to just cut this off completely? Because I'm starting to think I'm dating someone with serious control issues. Update 2. Well, Reddit, you're going to think I'm an idiot, but I fell for it. And now I'm more pissed off than I've ever been in my life. After the stalking and sabotage incidents from my last post, Sloan disappeared for 3 days. No calls, no texts, nothing. I honestly thought she was done with the relationship, and I was starting to feel relieved. Then Friday night, she shows up at my apartment with flowers and this long handwritten letter. She's crying, saying she's been doing therapy sessions with her mom, and that she realizes she was completely out of line. Knox, I know I fucked up. I was scared of losing you and I acted crazy. But I've been thinking about what you said, and you're right. I can't set rules for you that I wouldn't follow myself. She tells me she's deleted all her dating apps permanently, and she wants us to be exclusive. Says she's ready to commit fully, and she hopes I'll give her one more chance. I know I don't deserve it, but I love you and I want to build something real together. The letter was actually really thoughtful, talking about her insecurities, and how she'd never been with someone who was more desirable than her before. She admitted the dating app thing was about control and that she was wrong. Against my better judgment, and probably against Reddit's advice, I decided to give her one more shot. I deleted my dating apps right there in front of her. We spent the weekend together and it honestly felt like the best our relationship had ever been. She was affectionate, attentive, and we had this conversation about moving forward and learning from our mistakes. I thought maybe we'd actually worked through it. This past Monday, my buddy Bridger calls me laughing. "Dude, your girlfriend is still on Tinder." "What? No. She deleted everything Friday night." "Bro, I'm looking at her profile right now. Active 2 hours ago." I felt sick. I asked him to screenshot it and send it to me. Sure enough, there's Sloane's profile, with new photos I'd never seen before, and a bio talking about looking for someone genuine and tired of games. But it gets worse. The timestamp showed she'd been active multiple times since Friday, including Saturday morning when we were having breakfast together and talking about our fresh start. I immediately drove to her apartment and confronted her. "Sloan, you're still on dating apps." She didn't even try to deny it. Just looked at me with this smug expression and said, "Knox, you're so naive. Did you really think I was going to delete my options just because you got lucky for a week? You literally just wrote me a letter about wanting to be exclusive. I told you what you wanted to hear so you'd stop being a child about this. The apps were never the real problem. Your ego was. I'm standing there realizing that everything, the tears, the letter, the therapy story, all of it, was complete manipulation to get me to delete my apps while she kept hers. So you never had any intention of actually being exclusive? Knox, I'm 26 and hot. Why would I limit myself to just you? You should be grateful I'm willing to be your girlfriend at all." That's when it hit me. She wasn't just a hypocrite, she was a genuine sociopath. The whole weekend of working things out was just her enjoying the fact that she'd successfully manipulated me into deleting my profiles while keeping hers active. You played me. I won. There's a difference. I told her we were done, permanently, and left, but I was so angry that I re-downloaded everything the minute I got home. Here's the kicker. Within 6 hours, I had 30+ new matches, and my old conversations were picking back up. Turns out Amanda, Jessica, and several others had been hoping I'd be back. Sloane found out I was active again by Tuesday morning, probably checking obsessively, and sent me this unhinged text. "You're pathetic. You can't even last 4 days without crawling back to those sluts. This proves you never cared about our relationship." I screenshot it and sent it to a few mutual friends, just so they know what kind of person she really is. Reddit, I'm done. Not just with her, but with anyone who thinks they can manipulate me like that. The disrespect is unbelievable. But I learned something valuable. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Everything after that is just them getting better at hiding it. Final update. Hey Reddit. Final update on the Sloane dating app saga. It's been about 3 months since I permanently cut her out of my life, and I wanted to share how everything played out. First off, I'm doing amazing. Like genuinely the best I've felt in years. Work has been incredible. I got promoted to marketing director at a bigger firm with a $20,000 salary bump and equity options. Turns out some of those professional women I was talking to on dating apps gave me insights into industry trends that really impressed my boss during reviews. I've been rock climbing with Jessica, that ultramarathon runner, which led me to join a whole outdoor adventure group. I'm in the best shape of my life and have this awesome new friend network. But the biggest news, I'm in a relationship with someone amazing. Her name's Rachel. She's a veterinarian who owns her own practice, and we met through the hiking group, not apps. The difference in how Rachel approaches relationships versus Sloane is like night and day. When we became exclusive after about 6 weeks, Rachel just casually mentioned she was deleting her dating apps and assumed I was doing the same. No drama, no manipulation, just mutual respect and common sense. "I don't really see the point in keeping them when I'm excited about seeing where this goes with you," she said. "That's it. No games, no double standards, no need for long negotiations about what's fair." As for Sloane, the aftermath has been both predictable and satisfying. About a month after we broke up, I ran into her friend Emma at a coffee shop. Emma apologized for how Sloane had acted and said most of their friend group was pretty disgusted when the full story came out. "We all told her she fucked up a good thing with you. She found someone who actually wanted to commit to her and she ruined it because she wanted to have her cake and eat it too." Emma also mentioned that Sloane had been struggling with dating since we broke up. Apparently she keeps going on dates but can't understand why guys won't commit to her. She keeps complaining that men just want to hook up. But like, girl, you literally told Knox that exclusivity was unreasonable after 4 months. What did she expect? 2 weeks ago, I got a friend request from an unknown Instagram account. The profile was clearly fake, but I could tell from the stalking behavior that it was Sloane trying to check up on what I'm doing. I blocked it immediately. Last week, she actually texted me from a new number. "I saw you're in a relationship now. I hope you're happy. I've learned a lot about myself, and I think we could actually work now if you're willing to try again." I showed the text to Rachel, who just laughed and said, "That's exactly what someone who learned nothing would say." I didn't respond to Sloane's text. There's literally nothing she could say that would make me interested in giving her another chance. The craziest part is looking back and realizing how many red flags I ignored. Like the whole dating app thing wasn't really about the apps at all. It was about Sloane needing different rules for herself than everyone else. And if someone does that with something small, they'll definitely do it with bigger stuff down the road. That manipulative letter she wrote me still pisses me off when I think about it. She knew exactly what to say to get me to do what she wanted, and I fell for it completely. Makes me wonder how many other times she played me that I didn't even notice. I think what really gets me is that she only wanted to be exclusive with me when she thought I might be slipping away. That's not love, that's just not wanting to lose a game. Rachel wanting to delete her apps wasn't some big dramatic gesture. It was just normal. Like what people do when they actually care about someone.